Okay, we're finally back with Kingdom Hearts after the short break of Transformers for a week. And we're going to be starting with Kingdom Hearts 3D, Dream Drop Distance. So pretty much the way we're going to be handling the rest of Kingdom Hearts, I'm just going to go through as a full straight series since there's only Dream Drop Distance left. Fragmentary Passage is a really short chapter. I think I beat it in a single stream last time we did Kingdom Hearts. I split up into two parts. I'm going to split it a little differently this go around. And then we'll move on to Kingdom Hearts 3. Who is texting me? Just checking. Except for tomorrow. That, and of course it did that again. That's the launcher. Fuck. There we go. I still love that as like one of the opening movies. This and Kingdom Hearts 3's are Kingdom Hearts 3, this, and Fragmentary Passage probably have my favorite opening movies. I mentioned it when we streamed it before, but a little reminder. Because this game is a 3DS game, it had a really cool gimmick, whereas all those Mickey silhouettes that we saw in this version were on the bottom screen throughout the whole thing. But you can see that there's no save data here, as this is my first time playing it on the PC build. Let me adjust the volume a little bit. I usually set the volume to 5. And let me fix the volume here. No, that's a little too quiet, I think. Hold on a second. We're silence already, dog. Okay, sorry about that, dog stuff. But we're going to be going on standard mode as usual. Yeah, now this one is probably the one that I have the most amount of muscle memory with because of the amount of time I played it on my 3DS.
Xehanort, you want to fill me in? I am. Hey, do you remember now, or... Wait, did you never lose your memory?
That's not my name. I'm not Xehanort.
What?
My name is Ansem.
So that's the moment when Terranort stole Ansem's name. Weird that this game has the fighting tag on it on Twitch. What the fuck?
Who knows? If we have to, we'll think of something else.
This was the decision that started us on this whole journey.
Riku, a storm's coming.
Except this time they got out to sea.
The waves are getting steep. Furl the sail.
Right. Riku!
I'm fine. What's that?
Oh, he was right. Those wretched guppies are here. Well, it's about time we settled the score.
Ursula! But how... Is this the test?
Come on. You can work it out later.
All right.
Sorry, dearies, but I won't fall for that trick.
So we're gonna skip the tutorials because I already know how to play this game. And I'll go over it as we go. Basic combat is exactly the same as every other Kingdom Hearts game. You have your command menu, you have your standard attack at all times, but this is another command deck system game similar to Birth by Sleep.
Yeah. Hey. Ha. Yeah. There. I have you now.
Say, we're relying on Riku here. Sora has an actually higher magic stat than he does a physical attack stat, so that is something to keep in mind. As you can see, the bonus level says Sora. For those unaware, Dream Drop Distance allows you to play as two characters, Sora and Riku. But unlike Birth by Sleep, which had you start the adventure as one character, then have to start over again as the other two, their stories are going on side by side. and you will be switching between the two. For those who have never seen how the Switch works, it's going to be an interesting ride. As they sink, the Kingdom Key, and the way to dawn. Now begins our new adventure in a new set of worlds.
This world has been connected.
And there's that old one. So there are two types of mementos. There are tutorials, which we will be skipping, and then there are flashbacks, which we will be watching. The flashbacks are events that don't really... Oh, I didn't expect that to go like that, so I'll watch it when we get back to, when we get control. Frick, I didn't... Okay, here we go, right into the dive. Okay, before we start the dive... So there are... We will be watching the mementos because they have to do with story events that are not really going to fit into the story naturally. Well, not into the story naturally. They are just kind of they're skippable, but they give you some context as the events that are going on without Sora and Riku needing to be there. Dive mode is the replacement for the Gummy ships of this game. There's going to be various challenges for the dives. The first one here is to just get 600 points. There are ranks also, and if you want a high rank, and honestly, just whenever you have the opportunity, just dive. Or use Diving Strike. And pretty much never touch the aerial brake if you want to get the highest rank, which we do want. There's a familiar symbol. If you obtain the gold dive as either Sora or Riku, you will unlock an ability. You usually get a command. There's our outfit for the game. Also, fun fact, height-wise and model-wise, we are back to Kingdom Hearts 1, Sora.
Huh? This is... Traverse Town. Hey, what's with my clothes? Must be more of Master Yen Sid's magic.
Not only has Traverse Town gone through some changes with Garon, but we got some new characters here. You can already tell a little bit by the
What happened to Riku?
musical cue there.
Riku! Hello? Riku!
Shut it.
Huh?
Talk about noise.
Ah!
Sora, right?
Yeah, but, how do you know that?
Looks like you're not a player.
A player?
Come on, keep up. In the game. Players get
43.
more time.
Okay, he's got 43 minutes for his
In
objective.
this game, I can't afford to lose. I need my game partner.
Okay. I don't know about any game, but can I help?
That's Sora.
What? Time out. Do you trust every total
Yep.
stranger you meet? Look, sorry, you're no good. You're not a player.
and my pack's with someone else.
Okay, so we can't be partners. Why don't I just help you out as your friend?
Now we're friends? It's not that easy.
Not saying it is, but you could make it easier.
Yeah, sounds great. Whatever.
Cool. Lead the way.
That may introduce Neku from The World Ends With You, another Square Enix title by Tetsuya Nomura, which only consists of 2 games and an anime. The 2 games being The World Ends With You, The World Ends With You Neo, and its anime adaptation. Honestly, it's pretty good. If you're playing, because here's the thing, I have thought about streaming The World Ends With You, but the only thing is about streaming okay, more commonly it's referred to as 2E. The only issue with streaming it is the fact that the way that game plays, it is ideally played in handheld mode on your Switch. And then there's our other new mechanic, Flow Motion. Oh my god, this thing is fucking broken. I always forget until I start using it again how broken KH Dream Drop Distance Flow Motion is. Because here's the thing, Flow Motion in this game has no limits. As you can see, I'm just bouncing around all over the place. Flow Motion would return in Kingdom Hearts 3, but be severely nerfed. And take on more of a combat role than an exploration role. Which I don't necessarily disagree with, because as we go through, I'll point out the fact that you can just skip entire puzzles using Flow Motion. That's going to the... Is it glossary? No. Oh no, Memento's its own tab here. Flashback!
As a Keyblade master, Xehanort had a gift like few others. But such great minds are often plagued by a single great question. What is the essence of the human heart that weakens us or empowers us? The answer, he believed, would be found in the Keyblade War. What if the challenges of our past were in fact a map to the light and darkness that battles within us all? Xehanort had to know, so he renounced his duties as master and chose the Seeker's life. Since then, in many a guise, he has clashed with protectors of the light, Keyblade wielders like yourselves. And mark my words, he will trouble us yet again. We must be ready. Which is why you, Sora and Riku, are to be tested for the mark of a true Keyblade master. No doubt you fancy yourselves masters already, but it takes years of training. Only a true master can teach you.
Everything they've done is self-taught.
Both of you are self-taught Keyblade wielders. An impressive feat. However, the time has come for you to let go of preconceived notions, forget what you know about the Keyblade, and begin your training again with a clean slate.
Huh? But that's a formality, right? I already proved myself. Me and the King and Riku, we can take on anything. Right, Riku?
I don't know. I think that in my heart, darkness still has a hold.
In fact, you can still summon Soul Eater says something.
Walking that path changed me. I'm not sure if I'm ready to wield a Keyblade. Maybe I do need to be tested.
Riku. Then count me in. Put me through the test. Just watch. Me and Riku will pass with flying colors.
Very well then. Sora and Riku, let your examination begin.
You don't need the tutorial on Reality Shift. And honestly, Reality Shift is probably going to be something that I use the least. So yeah, reality shift changes depending on the world you're in. Here, it's a slingshot. You take either an object on the field, like the barrels, or you can grab certain enemies later. You can tell you can reality shift because it'll have that purple trigger icon. I was hoping to get that chest beforehand.
Hey, I didn't catch your name.
Dream Eaters!
That's a weird name.
Not me. Them.
Right, I knew that.
Don't let them surround us. Let's split up.
Got it.
Oh, it's Neku.
Huh?
Neku Sakuraba. You asked.
Neku Sakuraba. That's a mouthful.
No, it's really not.
Come on, Neku. Let's take him.
Yeah, I don't need a tutorial on flow motion combat. Any flow motion action has a corresponding combat technique. Whether it be buzzsaw, toss, jump.
Yeah, hey! Ha! Freeze! Hey! Yeah! Fire! Yeah! Yeah! Ha! Yeah! Ha! Yeah! 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 There!
Also, a fun thing with large enemies like these panda bears,
Yeah! Oh! Ha! Come on!
you can use them as flow motion points and toss them.
These things with you, they're Dream Eaters too?
Yeah. If I'm gonna survive the game, I'm gonna need some extra help. Think you could control them?
Sure. I guess.
So the Dream Eaters, here's the explanation on Dream Eaters from I'll let Master Yinsen explain it.
If we are ever to strike down Xehanort, we need the individuals King Mickey spoke of in his letter. We must lead them out of sorrow and slumber and back to our world. To do so, 7 sleeping keyholes must be found and unlocked, and a great power retrieved. As you know, every world is walled off from the next, preventing travel between them. In the past, you could bridge these gaps because the walls were broken, or because you could open special lanes with your keyblades. But your new goals, the sleeping keyholes, are harder to reach. You'll recall in your first journey that you brought many worlds back from the darkness, but some never returned completely. They still sleep, cut off from all outside channels. Not even the Heartless can enter. But these sleeping worlds are said to have their own manner of darkness. They are called Dream Eaters. And there are 2 kinds. Nightmares, which devour happy dreams. And benevolent spirits, which consume the nightmares. The Dream Eaters will guide you, just as the Heartless once guided you to the keyhole you seek at the heart of each world.
So, yeah. So the way that the Dream Eaters work are there are 2 types of each Dream Eaters, Nightmares and Spirits. And you can create them using materials you'll find on your journey. These are called the Dream Pieces. During Sora's tutorial here, you will obtain the Meow Wow recipe. One of the basic Dream Eaters that you're going to be using for a lot. For most of the game. If you have extra copies of the material you notice, you can dump it in and the Dream Eater will actually start at a higher rank and level, which means it's going to have higher stats. You can also, if you have extra items or commands, feed them to the Dream Eater on creation to give it a bonus stat. I'm not going to give it Spark Dive because Spark Dive is really good, and I would like to keep that command. The Meow Wow here actually has some of the more interesting things. For example, it can actually have a bunch of different eyes. I always said this thing kind of looks like a guinea pig. Just with a tail. And a little nub. Yeah. And then, after you... This is the affection mode. One thing you can do so you can take care... Well, play at the Dream Eater, do stuff like that, and you'll earn LP, or Link Points. You don't have to do this to earn Link Points. You can also earn Link Points just by, fighting with the Dream Eater by your side, but you're going to want to still invest in Link Points. The reason why is the Ability Link Boards. So, the Ability Link Boards are a unique mechanic to this game, and the way that they work is they're similar to the commands of, yeah. So, there are two types of abilities from here. Most abilities can be activated at any time, unless they are a stat boosting ability, like HP up or something like that. They can only be activated while the Dream Eater is in your party. Link Critical is, if you attack, second. Sorry about that. But yeah, if you and the Dream Eater hit at the same time, you will basically deal more. It's a guaranteed critical hit and will knock over the enemy, but also will give your Link Gauge a huge boost. Talking about the Link Gauge is similar to the Link Gauge is similar in substance to the command gauge from Birth by Sleep, though there are some differences. I didn't need this, I just needed to see the Ability Link board. To go over the Meow Wow's Ability Link board, the Meow Wow is going to be staying in our party for a good while, mostly because of the fact it has a lot of support commands, including access to Slow and Spark, but also if you go all the way to the end of the board, Curaga. There are gates here that will only open during certain checkpoints. The two gates are usually level checks, or they're going to be checking your why am I trying to blank here? How many times you use the Link Bond with the Dream Eater. Now, the way that the Dream Eater bonds work differs depending on the character. So using Sora here, the bonds with the Dream Links are more akin to Sora's summons from earlier games. You will temporarily gain access to a unique ability and be able to do all kinds of actions. Also, thing to mention, there's a lot of stuff The Dream Eater creation thing is really complex, to the point where, while we did get the Meow Wow recipe, you don't technically need a recipe to create a Dream Eater. If you know the parts that are needed, you could just create the Dream Eater. Which is necessary, because not all Dream Eaters exist, or have, what's it called? Why am I drawing a blank here? Not all Dream Eaters have recipes you can find in-game. The Meow Wow will always, if you have two spirits, it doesn't matter what the other one is, you always have the same Duel Link command, because you can have a party of two spirits. Each of the links change depending on the combination you have.
What's the matter, Neku?
And then if you fill up both gauges, you could use a Duel Link. Also, oh, that's a black coat.
No way!
Hey, that wasn't the deal. You said you wouldn't hurt him.
Don't! Neku! They're too dangerous! What? Why am I so sleepy?
Now Sora section's done. There's gonna be a lot of like explanations and stuff for this first bit, just because of the fact there's just so much to explain with the opening of Dream Drop. I'm gonna restart. I'm not happy with this run already. The main thing for the rank is your time. That's all because we got the reward as Sora. There was nothing for Riku.
Am I in Traverse Town? My clothes have changed. Sora! Where are you? I remember we fell overboard after Ursula attacked, and then I think we opened a keyhole. So, this must be one of the sleeping worlds. My Keyblade. It just sort of popped into my hand when I needed it most. Right. It started.
Wow. Where's your portal?
Huh?
It takes something special to jump between grounds without one.
You!
Who are you?
My name is Joshua.
What do you mean, portal?
Joshua
Are we just
is
skipping past the part where you tell me your name?
complicated.
Riku.
Hello there, Riku. Portals are like gateways that link up our worlds. Apparently, the world you and I are standing in right now, well, there are two copies of it. It's been sort of split in half. Portals are what let folks like us cross between them.
There can be two of a world?
The world is as many things as people need it to be. The concept that we all live in the same world, that's just in our heads. Surely you knew. I'll tell you what, Riku. I've got a little errand for you.
Sorry. I don't trust you.
At least hear me out. I'm looking for a girl named Rhyme. She's the key to the portal. And on the other side, who knows who we'll find? Maybe even your friend, Sora.
You know Sora?
Now I have your attention. But unfortunately, I don't know where he is. If he's not in this version of the world, I can only assume he has to be in the other one. Simple logic.
Okay. You want to find Rhyme? You got it. Let's go.
I mean, it's Joshua from World Ends With You. I don't trust him to begin with. Both because I know his story. I know he's fucking... I know what the fuck he did. Because... Joshua's a bit of a... Well, in terms of the World Ends With You, Joshua was always the wild card. Let's see... Okay, Riku is more attack focused. Let's quickly edit the command deck, get rid of sleep, and switch that out with Spark Dive. I have... I love the franchise. I mean, this is my second time going through it as like a full playthrough series, but it's because the main issue I had with my first playthrough of it was the fact that my footage quality is all over the place because it's back when I first started like investing into equipment and everything. And I figured, I'm like, you know, it's been 4 years. I could go back through. Yeah, no, I know. To be honest, yeah, Destiny Island just serves as a tutorial. And it's just normal life for them before everything goes, well, put bluntly, to hell.
Joshua, why don't they ever attack you?
Kingdom Hearts 2 starts out the same way to an extent with Roxas just being his everyday life. But with more of weird shit going on because of the organization.
But they're definitely attacking me. So, you think I'm a dreamer?
That's Kingdom Hearts 3.
Every human being is a dreamer.
That's the new one. That was the most recent title outside of Melody of Memories.
Of anything. But it turned out that his were the most powerful dreams of all. You sort of remind me of him. Why don't we get
Yeah, Joshua, it's almost like you put him into the situation that would happen. With a gun! Yeah. Yeah, let's see. Might as well just see here. I am gonna use sleep on you just because I don't use that command. I have an actual hatred for the sleep command in Kingdom Hearts 3D. And it has nothing to do with its use with Sora and Riku. My hatred for the sleep command has to do with when it is used on Sora and Riku. Though, talk about the spirits with Riku. When Riku has a full link gauge and links them, he actually gets the different command styles of Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, as well as some new ones unique to him.
Beat. How many times do we have to go over this? You've been tricked by that rogue in the black coat.
What? Black coats? But that's...
I'm telling you, you've made a friend of our enemy.
Just can it?
Not 10, Final Fantasy 8. Well, Final Fantasy 1 Final Fantasy 8 and 2 Final Fantasy 10. Traverse Town has Leon, Yuffie, and Aerith, or Squall. I don't know why that name change exists. That's one of the weirder things I never really figured out. Actually, no, I found out why they did later. Leon's name is still Squall, but he gave up the name Squall because of the fact it's a self-imposed penance for feeling responsible for the loss of Hollow Bastion. There's 3. Tidus and Wakka, and then there is, what's her name from Final Fantasy VIII? I do not remember a lot of the characters in Final Fantasy VIII because I've only played it once. Selphie. Or Sylphie. She's also on the island. The thing is, with the characters that are chosen from Final Fantasy in Kingdom Hearts, the main linking thing on them is the game's director, Tetsuya Nomura. Because Tetsuya Nomura was the director for I believe for Final Fantasy 7, 8, 10.
Playing the tough guy 24/7? I'd be worn out too.
They just live in those worlds.
Want to protect the one person who matters.
That's all. So, thing is, Final Fantasy itself has always been kind of accepted as a multiverse. There are multiple games that do go into this. 14 does it with the shards. World of Final Fantasy also has a full story around the fact that the god of the world, that particular game, took fragments of other crystals to create their own world. The crystals were the other Final Fantasy games. So these are not the characters from Final Fantasy, it's just other versions of them.
I know the feeling.
The only exception would be possibly The World Ends With You cast, because of the fact that they are explicitly stated not to be from this world, but from their world from their game. Everyone else is just kind of residents of that world.
In the age of fairy tales, the world was filled with light, a gift many believed from an unseen power known as Kingdom Hearts.
The actual plot lines of Final Fantasy, with the exception of Cloud and Sephiroth, never come up. And that's just the fact that Cloud and Sephiroth hate each other.
But in time, the world was overrun by legions who wanted the light all for themselves. And the first shadows were cast upon the land.
Sephiroth is just there to beat the shit out of Cloud. That is it. He is explicitly stated just to only be fucking with Cloud.
A great war over Kingdom Hearts. We call this the Keyblade War. But though the war extinguished all light from the world, the darkness could not reach the brightness inside every
Zack actually does exist in this game, and we don't know his fate. Because here's the thing, Zack does exist in Birth by Sleep. We see a younger Zack, and it's not that he's younger, he looks a bit younger, but it's also just the modeling style of Birth by Sleep. But either way, Zack is in Birth by Sleep.
One of darkness and one of light.
He only makes an appearance in that game, and he has not appeared since. Though in the post-credits cutscene,
the one true Kingdom Hearts, it was swallowed by the darkness. Never to be seen again.
Okay, hating Cloud is, it's not out of hatred that he fucks with Cloud. That's the thing.
Will have its dark corners.
It is not. It is, oh god, the Sephiroth Cloud dynamic in all realities is kind of complicated in the sense that Sephiroth likes fucking with Cloud. And that is just him messing with him, mostly because of the fact he does have somewhat of a problem with Cloud, being Cloud has put his plans on hold numerous times in Final Fantasy VII, well, with the fact that is also true. We cannot forget the the Genova shit. I will be perfectly honest, like, I don't have the love for Sephiroth that some people do as a villain. One of my personal favorite Final Fantasy villains is still Kefka from Final Fantasy VI. Mostly because of the fact his only goal is, I just want to kill people, I want to destroy the world just to see what the hell would happen, and if someone would stop me.
But what was the deal?
That is why, while he does try to stop Terra and the others, he never goes out of his way to do it, because it just defeats the whole purpose of what he's doing.
I guess I should just take a look around.
Okay.